All right, Brazil versus Mexico. Let us commence. Brazil 1.53, draw 4.2, and Mexico 8. Brazil, first of all, not a bad price. You know, this team has been pegged to lift the trophy at the end. They still are favourites, and the odds are dropping on their price. I think it's like 4.75 now. 1.53, surely good for anybody's parlay bet.
Yeah, I definitely think for that. I mean, I had a tough time finding value in this game, Natalie, to be honest with you. But I mean, you look at kind of the history for Mexico. This is generally where they bow out. They haven't gotten past this round basically since 1986. This has really been generally the end for this Mexican team, who look have surprised. I mean, they generally play well in these tournaments up until this point. They obviously did a nice job in their group. I think we all know now, Natalie, that Germany wasn't exactly what we thought they'd be. Brazil isn't going to sit back. I mean, they're generally going to go forward against a team like Mexico. Mexico have done a nice job, though. I think in the midfield, have done a nice job winning the ball and really kind of doing a nice job in general there. I wonder, can Mexico score in this game? I'm one to think they can. I think if I had to play this, I'd probably look towards both teams to score here. I think Brazil's looked less than kind of average in this tournament. I think Mexico is the kind of team that could give them some trouble. Can they beat them? I don't think so. I think Mexico will find a way to screw it up at the end, and I think this would be a 2-1 type of match. I'm not in love with it. I had a tough time finding much value for it. I do like Lozano though. I like Chicharito. I like Herrera in the midfield. But Brazil's a strong side. I fancy they'll win 2-1. I think they'll get a goal maybe 60, 70th minute. It'll be a closer score than you'd think. I'll go 2-1, but I don't have a big time feel. I like the other game a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a few bets for this match. All sort of focusing on Brazil to win, I have to say. I don't feel that we've seen the best of Brazil. And if you look at sort of their matches, you know, obviously they drew, Brazil sort of did one of the first shockers, drawing to Switzerland 1-1. But then obviously they then went on sort of 2-0 Costa Rica, 2-0 Serbia. I think they're just almost warming up as we sort of go to the next stage. That's how I feel. I'm hoping that we're going to see sort of like really the Brazil that is pegged to win this tournament. Do you think that's possible? And also, you know, Mexico obviously massively deflated. They didn't win their final group match. They failed to score. They only went through because Germany lost to South Korea. I don't know. Do you think we're going to see the Brazil that we're all hoping to see in this next match?
Yeah, I think this is where Natalie, generally the bigger teams are obviously gonna, put a little bit more out. Again, I'm not saying Brazil bottled or anything, but I mean they didn't play. I don't think that at their full comprehension. I think Mexico over compensated a bit, played a little bit out of their element. I don't think they're as good as they've shown either. I think this is kind of where class will just kind of be overridden, and Mexico isn't as good as Brazil. I think it's that simple. I agree with you. I don't think Brazil's played up to its complete level. I don't think they're anywhere near their complete level. Neymar's been kind of bracketed, hasn't really had some success. Coutinho though has stepped up. Other guys will have kind of stepped up, and that's the big thing you have with Brazil. You have other guys that could step up. For me, I think they'll get the job done. I'm not as positive as some as the commenters. Some of the commenters discussing laying on one goal or 1.5 goals. I think Brazil will win. I kind of think though both teams' the score has a little value here. I think this is a 2-1 match.
Yeah, yeah. Talk about Neymar as well. Obviously, you've seen him sort of itching to score goals. I think he scored one. He's anytime goal scorer. Get 1.95 at Bet365 at the moment. Gabriel Jesus 1.95, and then Firmino 2.87. Coutinho 2.51, as high as 3.1 in other bookies. I think Neymar is just seems to be gagging there to score. It's almost like a Ronaldo of Portugal or something. You know, you've seen him sort of throw the toys out of the pram and get sort of very emotional in these games. Do you think we'll see a goal from him? If you had to choose an anytime goal scorer, who would you be looking at?
Yeah, look, I definitely would choose a guy like him. I mean, he's obviously a world-class player and one of the top three players in the world. Generally, these kind of guys, I mean, other than Messi, have come to playing games like this, and they generally find a way to kind of just be better than everyone else. I kind of have a little feel on though, maybe a Herving Lozano at plus 450. If I'm going to take an anytime goal scorer, generally I might look at a favorite and then try to grab one of the underdogs on the other side. Lozano's a pretty good player. I think he's kind of shown that throughout the group stage here. Maybe give him a shot at plus 450. But this is a real tough game, Natalie. I think Mexico always is going to work. They have a great obviously crowd there. I will say this, Natalie. Mexico has the best national anthem in this tournament. I'll tell you that. Big fan.
All right. Just reading some of the comments. I would say 99% seem to be on Brazil. We do have looking at Brazil to win. Second half to nil at 2.1. I have seen somebody mention as well Brazil -1, well, here we go. Longbow Brazil -1.5 looks good, or -1 for safety. Barsaman Brazil to win and both teams to score no. So not thinking that that Mexico will score here. And S is kind of on the lines that I'm thinking here. Brazil to win and over 1.5 goals. These are the bets that I have. And I'm just trying to decide. Obviously, I have to give just one for the show. I like Brazil -1 at 1.9. Brazil to win, part of an ACA 1.53. Brazil and the under 4.5 goals at 1.73. But I think I'm going to do the Brazil and the over 1.5 goals at 1.5. Just going for the odds there, 1.87. But I also like the Brazil on the ACA and Brazil -1. I think Brazil -1. Big man, if you're saying a 2-1, then obviously it's a push. You get your money back. I like to win money, preferably not lose it. But Brazil -1. Also as well. So I'm doing Brazil -1 at 1.9 and Brazil and the over 1.5 goals at 1.87. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.